In 2005, the holders, Manchester United, travelled down to St Mary's to face Southampton in a quarter-final tie. Sir Alex Ferguson's men came into this tie after defeat in the Champions League by European giants AC Milan earlier in the week. After escaping a scare against Brentford, Harry Redknapp was looking to condemn United to yet another cup upset. The game was a welcome distraction for a Southampton side facing relegation from the Premier League. A similar performance to equal their shock triumph in the final of 1976 would have to be repeated for them to stand a chance against a United side in rich form.
Hello again from Peter Brackley, and down on the south coast, a vibrant St Mary's Stadium in Hampshire awaits the FA Cup holders, Manchester United, who are hell-bent on maintaining a successful defence of the trophy as they take on fellow Premiership club Southampton for a place in the last four. Well, let's have a check on the teams. Starting with Southampton, it's been really tough going for the Saints this season. Now, of course, controversially, operating under former Portsmouth manager Harry Redknapp. They even needed a replay in the last round before coming through against Division 1 side Brentford. But they've got a striker in form, the totemic figure of Peter Crouch. Henri Camara's settled in quickly too, the Senegalese international since coming on loan from Celtic. And the defence is strengthened today by the news that Klaus Lundekvam is okay to start after a fitness scare. Well, not too many weaknesses in a Manchester United side that's got now 18 league games without defeat. All the same, they met their match against Italian giants Milan in Europe, losing both games. And Sir Alex will be hoping that their finishing will be rather more clinical than it was in those two fixtures. Ruud van Nistelrooy, not yet at his sharpest since returning from a lengthy spell out, but he starts up front, partnered by Wayne Rooney. Harry's West Ham side won at Old Trafford a few seasons back in the Cup. They're set then for this FA Cup quarter-final. Manchester United in their away strip to get us underway. Van Nistelrooy, who's only been back for a few matches, lacking match fitness, it's true. But of course, such a deadly striker. Actually looking for his first goal since November, having been out so long. Mikhail Silvestre. Alongside Ferdinand in the heart of that back line with Wes Brown at right back. Gary Neville is still injured. Butterfield is on the bench. It was Higginbotham, a former Manchester United youngster. Had a handful of games for the senior team too during his time at Old Trafford. Hensey, the Argentine, has been an absolute revelation since coming from Paris Saint-Germain. Now Ronaldo, scourge of Everton in the last round. Roy Keane. United straight onto the front foot here. This is Paul Scholes. Looking to deliver for Van Nistelrooy. Young Craney had gone with him, the 18-year-old. Harry Redknapp had to think long and hard about who to play at right back. He could have put Telfer there, switched one of the other defenders around, but he's gone for the 18-year-old Martin Craney. Big test for him against a team of United stature. They've got in front straight away. Roy Keane, a shot that was clearly deflected. Beaming smile from Sir Alex Ferguson. And just as Arsenal started with a flyer away to Bolton earlier today, it's the same story for United. Roy Keane, who was so deflated after the defeat in the San Siro. Well, this is the perfect way to respond, just as Arsenal did earlier, following their setback against Bayern Munich. It clearly took a nick on the way. And Peter Crouch, in fact. And they haven't lost in the Premiership since Portsmouth beat them 18 games ago. Harry Redknapp's Portsmouth then. Here's Brown. Now Keane. Wayne Rooney. Everyone in this United team so eager for possession. Scholes to Wayne Rooney. Now Fortune. That took a deflection. And Smith backtracking, had to flip it over the top. Not sure if it was going in, he couldn't be sure either. It came off Lundegvam. Might have just dipped in under the crossbar. Well, he's found his confidence, he's found his form. Goes Hetse. Confronted by Svensson, and it will be a goal kick. And clearly there's some concern here for Ronaldo. Some kind of head injury. Can they turn this round? It's a tall order. Well, they've got a tall man up front. And he is certainly posing a problem or two. Peter Crouch, here he is now. Sylvestre. Way by Jakobsen. Brown was very quick to respond there. A bit of a sloppy back pass. Will it put the keeper under pressure from Higginbotham? Really can't afford to do that. Well, against a team of United's ability. Don't give it back to them will be the message, I'm sure, from the manager at half-time. He'll be so keen to impress Higginbotham against the club where he started his career. Rooney into the danger zone. Keane was in the mix again. Up comes Scholes. Now Ronaldo. How did he do that? No end product though. Keane. Scorer of United's goal just 90 seconds into this FA Cup quarter-final. Here is Keane. Very much in charge in the middle of the park. Cut up by Oakley. Svensson. Now Hetse for United. And Roy Keane. Keane, one of the most successful players in the FA Cup in the modern era, with those 4 FA Cup triumphs. Oh, here's Rooney now, looking for his 4th FA Cup goal of this season. Has he got it? No, off the line! As Van Nistelrooy came hurtling in, somehow it stayed out. Well, credit Smith with the save. Just as he was rescued earlier by the crossbar, this time it's the upright. But Sir Alex Ferguson will be thinking we should have won this game by now. Frustration for Rooney this time. Southampton got sloppy. Did really well then to get down one-handed Paul Smith. And it was, I think, Jakobsen who cleared off the line. Rooney strike on goal. Smith getting a hand to it. And it was indeed Andreas Jakobsen who cleared away just as Van Nistelrooy arrived. Bernard. Outfought though by a combination of Scholes and Keane. A tried and trusted partnership. Van Nistelrooy to Brown. Now Rooney. Here's Keane again. Nearly 34, he doesn't look it, the way he's playing today. A bit harder in the San Siro, as he'll tell you. Here's Scholes. Showing too much of the ball, though, to Svensson. Crouch on his own, though. But he's had a decent strike on goal. Well worth a pot from there, without too much support. United survive. Here's Rooney. On by Scholes. Van Nistelrooy. But crowded out in the end. There'll be 2 more minutes after the 45. Headed on for stoppages. Anyway, here's Quinton Fortune. A very loose ball. Keane bailed him out. Rooney has looked so dangerous in this first half. With his strength, his power, his control. Busting his way through again. Van Nistelrooy, Ronaldo. Oh! That is a super goal. In stoppage time at the end of the first half, it owes so much there. The persistence, determination, and skill of Wayne Rooney. Van Nistelrooy kept his poison nerve too, and so certainly did Ronaldo. Just look at this run from Wayne Rooney. That is tremendous. In front of the England coach too. They just couldn't stop him. Intelligently laid off by Ruud van Nistelrooy and finished with great aplomb by the Portuguese Ronaldo. 2-0 to United, and for my money, good value for it. The Saints have made a change for the second period. I think it may well be an enforced one too. Klaus Lundekvam, the captain, hasn't come out. He's been replaced by Callum Davenport. It's a straight swap, one central defender for another. Lundekvam had been ill earlier in the week and was carrying injury as well, sustained during the game against Tottenham last weekend. United reigning supreme from that first half with so much style and quality. I can't actually recall Tim Howard in their goal having to make a real save. And certainly United might have had more than the goals from Keane and from Ronaldo at either end of that first half. Brief flash or two from Camera up front with his pace, his acceleration. Went a bit too quickly here, I think, did he? Yeah, just offside. Arthur Crouch had headed on. There's been a promising combination between the two in recent games. So much so that Kevin Phillips has been left on the bench. Maybe he'll get his chance as this game progresses. He certainly will if it stays 2-0. Davenport, who's come from Tottenham via West Ham. And before that, he was with Coventry. So Jakobsen is now the senior figure at the back in the absence of Lundekvam. Van Nistelrooy making his presence felt against the Swedish defender. He played for his country in the European Championship finals last summer. Up comes England's Rio Ferdinand. Hoping, remember, for his first United goal in over 100 appearances. Where's Brown? He at least has got one. Fortune on to Ronaldo. It was Davenport who cleared. Here's Keane. Rooney. Then Van Nistelrooy. Just couldn't quite poke it in, but Scholes surely will. And it's 3-0 to United. Southampton dumbfounded and shell-shocked again. Paul Scholes with his first goal then in cup football this season. His first since last season's semi-final triumph over Arsenal when he got the only goal. And they're just not tight enough here, Southampton. Van Nistelrooy was nearly in, and there was no challenge on Paul Scholes as he swept it home. And for United now, it's just all about seeing out the last few minutes and easing their way into the semi-finals. And disappointingly for the home fans here, it's never really been a contest in truth. Phil Neville. Now Rooney. Scholes having a little run. Further forward is Ruud van Nistelrooy. Scholes in the box. Quinton Fortune has arrived as well, but it's Scholes! On the end of that cross, the marking was pretty static, you'd have to say. The finishing deadly. It all looks so easy. Van Nistelrooy with time to cross it in here. Higginbotham never really got at him, and who on earth was picking up Paul Scholes? The answer was nobody. 2 for him now, and 4 for a very impressive Manchester United. Goes Alan Smith. Well, there's no challenge on him. Defenders looking quizzically at each other. Not what he was hoping for. Rupert Lowe, chairman of Southampton. Challenge has never really got off the ground, a bit like some of their defending. That's O'Shea, just under 31,000, and the majority will be going home vastly disappointed. Phil Neville. Sir Alex Ferguson always feels his team are at their strongest this time of year, as the prizes are in sight. What will be frustrating him is that there's really only this one to play for now. Out of the Champions League, 8 points adrift at Chelsea, at the top of the Premiership. Not over yet, and he certainly won't be conceding defeat in the race for the title, the United manager. He knows deep down, realistically, this is their best chance of a trophy, and they won't give it up lightly. Rooney, who has been outstanding. Now Ferdinand. At times he's hardly had to break sweat. Alan Smith. Smith again. Deep into stoppage time. There will just be 2 minutes of that. Ruud van Nistelrooy nursing it on to Wes Brown. And that might just be it. Referee Webb about to bring an end to the proceedings. 2 goals for Paul Scholes on a night when United have really shot Rooney, who may well be man of the match, but Scholes has run him close, and they were simply too good for Southampton. A 4-0 victory for the FA Cup holders. They are through to the semi-finals. Arsenal there already. And Harry Redknapp knows that on the night they just simply couldn't contain Manchester United. Off to a rousing start. The shot from Roy Keane deflected in off Peter Crouch. Then Ronaldo with a second just before half-time. Number 3 soon after the restart from Paul Scholes. And he was on the end of a cross from Van Nistelrooy to wrap up such a convincing victory. They'll take some stopping now. Southampton 0, Manchester United 4 in this FA Cup quarter-final at St Mary's.
United made the trip to Cardiff to play Newcastle United in the semi-finals, where a convincing 4-1 victory set up an FA Cup final against Arsenal. Nothing could separate the two sides after 90 minutes and 30 minutes of extra time. The result was finally settled when Arsenal won the penalty shootout 5-4.